was Tori Amos, Baker off Under the Pink. I got into that record big time in the 90s. Tons of really classic tunes on that. The first time I saw her and got hip to her was 120 Minutes or Alternative Nation. I can't remember exactly, but that was MTV, and it was the God video. And that was just crazy. It's this really crazy groove in 7. It's got these really crazy guitar things. Steve Caton, I believe, played with her then. I also had a friend that played with Tori later in his career, Dan Phelps. Dan's an amazing guitar player and a good friend of mine, super talented. So I've always felt a connection to her music anyway, and I think a big part of that is her dynamic feel. She delivers like no other. So there's not a lot of guitar in her music when she's playing solo, of course, and that tune is just her and a piano. But it's a really great exercise about how to arrange a song with a great melody, and it doesn't necessarily have to have a guitar in it. So this is a great way to just get your ear working towards that. So in this instance, I'm capoed on the 3rd fret. I'm in standard tuning, and I remember this song in this key, if I'm not mistaken. So the first chord you hear is G minor. So the relative major to that is B flat major. So what I always do when I'm trying to learn a new song is you got to establish what key it's in, and then you find all the chords in the tune. So I know it starts on G minor, and then I hear it going to this. All right, that's E flat, and then I hear this. So this is a 6 in the key of B flat. So basically I've switched gears now, so I'm thinking B flat. So here's a 6, and then the 1 chord is B flat, the E flat is the 4 chord, and the F is the 5 chord. And there are only predominantly these chords in this piece of music, except for a 2 chord that doesn't have a 3rd in it. It's called a sus2. So that's this C here with a D suspended. So now the next thing to do is, now that I know the chords, I know what key it's in, I know the chords. Now I got to figure out how fast they move. So I think of harmonic rhythm. That is how fast the chords change. So that's the verse from listening to it. Now the chorus just goes back and forth. It vacillates between 5 and 4, and it does this shape for the 5 chord and this for guitar, the way I've arranged it. So it's basically the C shape up a whole step. So you get that sus, and then you can match that suspended B flat on the G string. So I'm actually hitting 2 B flats back and forth and pulling off my pinky. And then I'm just walking down the melody. So then you just have to identify the melody. simple diatonic melody. It's not jazz, so it's pretty easy to figure out as far as knowing what notes are available in the major scale of B flat. That's all that do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do stuff that we learned in grade school singing. So that's the available notes, and everything is diatonic, nothing borrowed. So all right, so that's it. And the verse, and then now that's a weird voicing for a guitar, but I'm following the melody of the vocal. So now I'm keeping this F on top and then going back to B flat in the root. And there's a F and G. E flat to D. So as a recap, because it's just basically verse and chorus, it repeats a couple times. The recap is identify the key, identify your meat and potatoes chords. In typical Western music, that's 1, 4s, and 5s. And then if there's any additional chords, like the 6 and like the 2 in this case, identify those. Identify how fast they move, identify the melody, and have fun mashing it together. Now, one more dynamic thing I'm doing in this is I am playing with an additional reverb, and I turn that on in the chorus to give it a lift, to make it large. So the verse has this sound, which is just a small room sound. Then I hope that helps breaking stuff down. I'm going to be doing more of these because different songs are going to require different ideas and sometimes different tunings, different voicings. Maybe you use a looper and you keep another part going. So it's part of the fun of it is to test your creativity and learn things along the way. I hope this helped. And please, if you have any questions, send them to me. Thanks so much for the new subs on the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Have a great day.